Hi guys, welcome to Tech Geeks. So today we are back again with the daily late code challenge problem. The daily late code challenge problem for today is find and replace pattern. So you can see that as the name suggests, there's something you have to follow, that's pattern. And this is lead code medium question 890, and if you frankly ask me, it's relatively easy compared to other questions. It's how you can understand strings. It's basically based on it. So before beginning, just a simple request to you all, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. If in case you have any queries, do let me know in the comment box. Don't hesitate. If you have any queries regarding any interview experience, then too I'm there to help you. Okay, so now let's begin. So the question says you have been given a list of string words and a string pattern. Okay, you have to return a list of words that matches the pattern. Okay, among so many words, you have to again find a short list or sub list from this list that will match this pattern. Okay, now how? And yeah, you may return it in any order. That's one. Now, a word matches the pattern if there exists a permutation of letters P so that after replacing every letter X in pattern with px, we get the desired word. I'll just explain this particular line right now. Let's complete this first. Recall that a permutation of letters is a bijection from letters to letters. That means every letter maps to another letter and no letter maps to the same letter. Okay, just remember this, that it's a bijection, one to one. If you must be aware of maps and all, so there is one to one mapping. That means if you have a map like this, so from one it will just map to one and not with many. So this is one to one mapping actually that is supposed to be. They have given some examples. First, let me explain you what does the pattern means. Let's say they said that for every element the pattern should be same. Okay, now a pattern to be same, there must be a specific rule that is being followed up. Okay, the rule they specified is that for every particular letter in s, I'm saying s, or you can say words of I. Okay, it should be mapped with a letter in pattern. Okay, let's say we have abc here. Okay, and we have m and o here. So the pattern matching would be such. Let's just explaining you in terms of mathematical way, though we don't have to go so much in depth. A is being mapped with M. Why? The position. B is being mapped by N and C is being mapped by O. Each one of them follow a bijection. Yeah. Now let's say, what if this was also M? Okay. There was no O. In that case, it would be like this. This means the pattern is not being followed, or if something was different here. So that's what they wanted to tell, is that you have to follow a particular pattern. Now let's see. Let's take a list of words: ABC, AAP, MNO, FNN, AFG. Let's look at this one. GHH, I, K, I, EEC. Okay, so this is a list. This is E. Okay, EEC, and we have a pattern as MMN. Okay, so this is a question that is given to us, that you have been given a pattern, you have been given a string. Okay, now it's up to you how you do it. Okay, now the very first thing that should come into your mind while looking here, if you want the pattern to match, if you want one-to-one bijection, that means one-to-one mapping, the very first condition that comes up is that each and every letter should have a mapping. That means each and every letter in that word should have a mapping in a pattern. So that means the length of word should be equal to pattern dot length. So this is a primary condition, or you can say the base condition. Now, once this is followed, so we'll come inside this. If not, then you're not doing anything. But once this is followed, for mapping, we can use maps, characters. It would totally be a character actually. Character mapping. Take a character map. Now check. Iterate for each and every element in this words. First of all, we'll check for length. If length is 3, then we'll check now. For each character stored, now you have another condition. If the map, let's say it was map, okay? If the map contains the key, let's say this is pattern, okay? Pattern dot char at I. So we are iterating for each and every element. We take I equals to 0 to n. That's the length. So if it contains this, so you will check, get this value here. If this is equal to the already stored element, okay, this, that is s, or you can say word dot char at I. That means it's fine. But if it is not equal to, that means create a flag variable that will tell you that this particular element is not going to be valid. Okay, this is one of the conditions that tells you it won't be valid. What could be the other condition? Instead of key pattern not char.ai, you have s.char.ai. So in this case also, your flag will be 0. Okay, now if it's not the case, if both the case, that means somewhere you're going right, then what you can do, you can put the value of pattern dot caret I and s dot caret I. Okay, this is how things will go now. Okay, I'll just do a dry run for you guys, taking only few examples from here. Let's say this was 1, 2, and m n, okay, mmn, and sorry, mmn was a pattern, and this were the words. Okay, let's take one big one, or just icon. Now first we'll begin with this. So what we have for string s in words. Okay, so first s is this. As you begin this, make the flag as 1, that initially we are considering it is a valid thing. Okay, and now check for the length. Is the length equal? Yeah, length is equal. That means we can go further. Check for the map. Is map containing anything right now? No. So map doesn't contain the key. That's M. Second part. Does the map contain A? No. Map doesn't contain A also. Third part is to put. So in map now we have M being mapped with A. Okay. We'll come to the second character. Again M. Does the map contain M? Yes, it does. Is it mapped with A? Yes, it does. That means it's right. Move forward. Does the map contain N? store this. Okay, your iteration is complete. No change in the flag variable. Come out. Check. Is flag equals to 1? Yes. That means in the result list, you add this. Okay. Now let's assume the second case. Okay. Again for the first, oh yeah, again for this map is empty now because we are creating a new map here. Okay. Now again for the first time, M is mapped with B. When coming to the second iteration, does it contain M? Yes, it does. But now the thing comes, is M being mapped with E? Initially the mapping was B, but now when you check that B is there and not E, so that means you violate it. Flag becomes 0. As soon as your flag becomes 0, come out of this, okay, and then move to the next iteration because you don't have to do anything. And same third, as the length is not equal, not doing anything. So these are the three cases that will happen. First, if everything is fine. Second, if length is same but mapping is wrong. And third, if length is already not same. So these three cases will tell you how and which particular answer should come. If in case there's any query with this solution, do let me know. Okay. Now, see the solution. Basically, I request you all to not go off with the solution, but if in case there's something missing out, do let me know. Took the string pattern length, a list to store the results, took a flag variable, iterated through words. Flag actually made one every time because you could cancel this, okay? And then similarly the same thing, if length is n, map storage, and then check if contains pattern. If map pattern is not same, then flag 0. Again second condition, if s character is then also flag, otherwise store it. If none of the correct things are violated, then at last your flag will still remain 1. If it still remains 1, that means you can add it in your result, otherwise you shouldn't. Now asking what goes to the result, so this goes up with number of characters in word into the length of characters. Actually not all, but considering the case when each one of them has the same length equal to the pattern, so this is the maximum case we have to follow. So make sure you're aware of how things go on. If in case there's any query, do let me know, and I request you all to please like, share and subscribe to my channel and keep following. Thank you.